Fazal, you are here. Fazal, Fazal, you are here. I welcome you, Fazal, on my behalf. Fazal, you are listening me?
Sabina, miss?
Yes, sir.
You can start now.
Fazal, please excuse me. I don't know that you are here. With my whole heart, I have got a heart for you. Welcome you, Fazal. Thank you.
Sir, I noted, sir.
YouTube,
I noted.
YouTube
Thank
link
you,
also
thank
they
you.
are asking. Please,
Yeah, I will
please
share now. I
post
will share now. I will share now.
in the group. In the group. Nigar ma'am not able to join, Nigar ma'am join.
I'm here, sir.
No, we can start the program. And Sabina ma'am, you can now start.
They just joining, sir. Only few have joined.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. A very good evening to everyone present here. I thank Dr. Nigar Akhtar, Dr. Peshmams Nazir Sahib, and Salim sir for the quick and brief introduction about today's topic. Now I can directly start with the preparation, whatever we have to do. So as told that we have gathered here to learn more about the modern teaching methods. So why the modern teaching methods are gaining so much importance and preference nowadays? We all know the importance of this 21st century. We have to prepare students who will develop 21st century skills so that when they grow up and face the new challenges of their lives in the modern world, they'll be fit to be successful in that field. So the modern teaching methods, they help a teacher to inculcate, to instill these 21st century skills. So it is very important that every teacher should know what are the various techniques that have come in. They are innovative, they are creative, they foster critical thinking skills and various other skills in the students. So I'll just share the screen so that it will be helpful for all. Okay. So the modern teaching methods are learner-centric. So we know there are two approaches towards education, that is teacher-centric and learner-centric, or we also call it as student-centric approach. The traditional lecture-based learning comes under the teacher-centric approach, and the various modern teaching methods, they follow the learner-centric approach, where the student gets focused, the student's involvement is more than the teacher. Okay, the students actively participate in various activities and other things to learn things in a very effective manner. So the modern teaching methods are learner-centric and use innovative techniques to make learning more interactive and effective. So in these 4 days training, we are going to learn at least 4 to 5 modern techniques in each day. We will just try to touch the key ideas, and we will try to share some tips that the teachers can follow, so that those methods can be implemented easily and they can make their teaching more effective. So some of the most innovative and very popularly known and used modern teaching methods are: first, project-based learning. So we know that project-based learning involves the students working on a project for a particular, for a duration or a period of time, and whatever findings they get, their solution or the outcome, they present it to the class. Then inquiry-based learning. Inquiry-based learning, here the students start with a question. It can be like the teachers give the questions, or even they arouse the curiosity in the students, which trigger them to ask more questions. They work to find an answer to that. So this is inquiry-based learning. Collaborative learning, also known as group learning. So in this method, the students, they are gathered into group, they are grouped together into 4 or 5 or more, and they are given a topic or anything or an activity where they work together. So in this method, the students share ideas and thoughts, and it enhances their knowledge, and various skills like communication, leadership, and all those things can be inculcated very easily through collaborative learning method. Next, we have the blended learning. So blended learning does not follow one particular method. It involves 2 or more methods which are more relevant to the concept or the students that they are being taught. Then cooperative learning. It involves students and their fixed roles, and work is given to each students where they work in as a team. Okay, and they perform and show their output. Then personalized learning. Personalized learning is nothing but student based on a particular student, what the students needs, what the student needs to learn based on the student's capability. We prefer 1 or 2 methods. So that is personalized learning. Then we have the game-based learning, gamification, and then a flipped classroom. As sir already told, what is flipped classroom? It is just the reverse of the traditional method of teaching that we follow. What do we do in the classroom? The students learns first, then we give a project or an activity for the student to work at home and come. But here in the flipped classroom, the concept or the topic is introduced to the students either through technology or virtual learning, where the students understands and learns the concepts and comes and displays its knowledge and understanding in the classroom. That is flipped classroom. Then we have experiential learning. This is one of the most best way or one of the best teaching methods that a teacher can follow, where the students learn through their experiences. Okay, so they connect their knowledge to the real world situations, and this increases their knowledge more related to the concept. Then the gamification method, involving the game elements and other things. So first, we would like to start with project-based learning. So I'd like to tell teachers that whatever methods that we are going to learn in each class, you would have to work out on that method, and based on the subject or grades that you are taking, you will have to plan. You just need to select one concept or a topic, and then you have to just plan What kind of method can be involved in that? Out of the 4 that we have, we are going to see today, which method will fit into that, and you have to prepare and come, and you can share your methods, your ideas in the next class. Okay, so we are going to start with project-based learning. So project-based learning is nothing but it is a teaching method where the students gain knowledge and skills by working for an extended period of time. And in this time, what they do, they investigate and respond to an authentic, engaging, and complex question, problem, or a challenge. Here, the teacher identifies the students' capabilities according to their grade, according to their level, their understanding, and related to the concept or to the curriculum, she gives a particular, a question or a project or an assignment to the students. Okay, and over an extended period of time, the teacher guides, she acts as a facilitator, she guides the students what to do, how to find a solution, how to go over with the problem, what steps they have to take. She facilitates, she acts as a facilitator, guiding the students over the period of time. And finally, when the outcome is ready, when the solution or the project is ready, the children, either individually or in a group, they present it in front of the whole class. Okay, and this can't be limited only to the classroom presentation. It can be presented for the school or to the public. So this is project-based learning. So let us see how it is carried forward and how it can be done in a classroom situation. So here the students work on a project over an extended period of time, from a week or up to a term, that engages them in solving a real world problem or answering a complex question. So this is triggered by the teacher. The teacher selects based on the curriculum or the concept or the lesson, the chapter that she is dealing. She takes a real world problem related to that topic, and it can be even a question, and the students have to work on it and find an answer or a solution for it. And they demonstrate their knowledge and skills by creating a public product or presentation for a real audience, maybe the classroom or in front of the whole school or in front of a gathering. Okay, so
you can go a little slow. I think you are very fast.
yeah, ma'am. Okay. So what happens in this? As a result, the students develop deep content knowledge as well as critical thinking, collaboration, creativity, and communication skills. As I told, the 21st century skills, the most important is communication skills, creativity, critical thinking, collaboration, leadership skills. So project-based learning method, it can help a teacher to instill these 21st learning century skills that are very demanding and important for the students when they face the outer world, when they step out of the school. So in this project-based learning method, there are certain essential project design elements, or we can say the steps or the important elements that has to be included to make the project-based learning effective. So the first one is a challenging problem or a question. So as we are talking about a classroom situation, the teacher, based on the grade or the subject or the topic and the curriculum needs, the teacher has to first select a proper problem or a question that can be given, which should be relevant to their curriculum or the subject matter. Okay, so the project is framed by a meaningful problem to be solved or a question to answer at the appropriate level of challenge. So it should be grade specific, curriculum, topic, and subject specific, not out of the topic that the children will lose interest or get confused and go away without finding a proper solution or a answer for the question. So the first step is a challenging problem or a question to be selected. Next is sustained inquiry. Here, as I told you, the teacher should act as a facilitator, guiding the student, not just giving the topic at first and leaving the students everything in their hands to find out. In this way, the children will not be focused in the project and they will not even know the direction where they have to go in order to find the problem, answer, solution, and how to complete their project. So from the time the teacher starts or gives the topic to the students, she has to take care that it is being done, the students are working on it, how much time and how, in what way they are spending time in that project. She has to guide them, facilitate them throughout that. And it should be time specific. Whenever the teacher gives a project to a student, or be it in any assignment or anything, she has to specify the time limit, maybe a week or a month, or they have to complete and send. And she also has to tell them they can come and approach her with their new findings or whatever they are going to do during their project-based learning during. So first is sustained inquiry. Student engage in a rigorous extended process of posing questions, finding resources, and applying information. Next is authenticity. Authenticity is whether in order to find a solution or in the process of doing that project, whether the resource materials, whether the links and websites that the students are approaching are authentic, the teacher has to act as a guide, a proper guide or a facilitator to guide them on what they have to depend upon, what kind of informations are authentic or relevant, which will help the students work and come out with the relevant answer or a solution to the project. Yeah. Next, students' voice and choice. Students make some decisions about the project, including how they work and what they create, and express their own ideas in their own voice. Here, the students are given a complete freedom to lay out their design, what way, in how they are going to present it. So they are given freedom within the limitations and guidelines allotted by the teacher. Then reflection. So reflection is an important part in everything we see. Whatever they have done, whatever steps have been carried over, they have to step and they have to reflect back on how they have done. So the students and teacher reflect on the learning, the effectiveness of their inquiry and project activities, the quality of student work and obstacles that arise, and strategies for overcoming them. So whenever a project is being
can you just give some examples and explain?
Yes, ma'am. I have given it in the last. I will just finish it and I'll give it.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So whenever a project or activity is assigned, the students, the teachers, they will come across various obstacles and other things. So they have to take time and reflect like how they overcome all these things and what steps they had taken to overcome so that they don't face it next time when they are assigned such activities. Then critique and revision. Students give, receive, and apply feedback to improve their process and products. Then public products. Students make their project work public by sharing it with and explaining or presenting it to the people beyond the classroom. So as I said, it just can't be limited to the classroom environment. The findings of the students can be presented in front of the whole school or in front of a gathering. Okay, so whatever their findings are there, they can make it public and present it. So this removes the fear from the students, and the leadership qualities and communication skills, it can be enhanced very well through this method. Yeah. So one of the examples here is a very simple project-based assignment is given here. The students have to collect data about the use of plastic bags at their home and find the strategies to ban plastic bags. So here the students are given the topic about the use of plastic bags and how they can find different strategies to ban plastic bags, and how they can even find solutions like when they stop using the plastic bags, what are the other things, alternatives they can be used in place of plastic bags. So in this kind of project, first the child is made to collect data. So data collection is very important. Then poster making to make others aware of what is the negatives of or the things of using plastic bags, and what are the harmful effects of using that in the environment, and how they can spread the awareness to others. Okay, so a small activity involving that poster making, and making cloth and paper bags. So one of the strategies to ban the plastic bags and the alternatives to be used in place of plastic bags. So making cloth and paper bag activities where the students involve themselves in making that. And finally, one kind of presentation, they can be done through drama in front of the classroom or others, where the students display the evil effects of using the plastics and how it spoils the environment, how it pollutes the environment, and how they found a solution and what is a solution for that, that can be displayed in front of the whole class or in front of public on stage through a drama or a role play. So this is one of the examples. Yeah. So this project-based method teaching, it also allows the teacher to follow a new style of assessment of student skills. Here the teachers are able to assess students' capabilities to observe, survey, and investigate, then allocate the projects determining the activities and events based on their interest. Teachers can directly assess the development of these skills among their students when they perform activities of the project work. So right from the time the teacher gives the project to the students based on their capabilities, they observe the students' involvement, how they survey and how they go on with their investigation. And also at the end, when they are presenting their project in front of the whole classroom or in front of a public, it gives a chance for the teachers to do the assessment in a new style, okay, where they can assess their different skills of like communication, leadership, collaboration, and other things. So here, what is the role of a teacher? So we have seen what are the things that the teacher has to do and what the elements that are involved in the project-based learning. So now let us see what is the role of a teacher in this PBL method, that is problem-based learning method. The work of a teacher can be divided into three: pre-project, during the project, and post-project. The pre-project stage, the teacher plays the role of a knower, that is, she helps the students to select the topic, helps students generate ideas through brainstorming or mind mapping, guide the students to formulate the project objectives. So this is pre-project stage, where right from the selection of the topic based on their students' understanding and capabilities till assigning the project to the students. Next, during the project, teacher plays the role of a consultant, a facilitator, or a co-learner. Here, the teacher sometimes does along with the children, especially the lower grade students. It can't be completely assigned in the students' hands. The teacher, along with the student, she has to do with them. So here she acts as a co-learner. She plays a role of a consultant, where when the students come out with queries and questions, when they are moving forward with their project, they consult the teacher, they get her advice, and it helps them to move forward in the right direction. She acts as a facilitator, where she directs them in the proper direction so that they can reach out to the solution that is more relevant to the question or the problem. She helps students gather ideas, define objectives, draw up the schedule, and provide input for language skills. Intervene if students' direction not practical. So if she finds the students wavering and not moving the right direction towards the solution, so she guides them in, offers suggestions to solve problems if their students are stuck, responds to requests from students, etc. So this is the role of a teacher during the project stage. Next, the post-project stage, the teacher plays the role of a commentator and appraiser. Here, it is very important that whatever little efforts the child puts in, whether it is a small or a big work, a good comment and an appraisal will encourage the students to do things in a better way, to develop more interest in his or her learning. So this role of a teacher is very, very important. Whenever the teacher gives the comments to the student, she has to be very careful that she is doing it in a very positive way. Okay, even if she is finding and pointing out the mistakes done by the students, it should be done in a careful way, not hurting them or pointing it directly. So she has to remember the steps, like she has to first list out the positives of their findings. Then slowly she can tell them what mistakes they have done and how it can be corrected and how it can be done in a better way the next time. So the teacher plays the role of a commentator and an appraiser. So debriefing, center on what students learned during the project, share the reflection, provide a balanced picture of strengths and weakness, offer suggestions for improvement. So this is what the teacher does at the end when the students present their project after their long investigating work. Yeah. So what are the questions that a teacher has to ask before starting a class project? So what do you want your students to learn in alignment with the curriculum standards? So as I already told, the project that the teacher is selecting and assigning, it has to correlate with the topic or the chapter she's doing, and also should meet the curriculum standards and needs. It should be relevant to what they are learning, not out of the topic or new. What project will accomplish this goal? So what kind of a project, whether it can be a question or just finding an answer, or it can be an activity or a group work, what kind of a project will accomplish the goal of meeting the learning outcomes of the curriculum? Next, through this project, what 21st century skills will be integrated into this project the teacher should do? Like, will it develop their communication skills? Will it develop their teamwork? Or will it develop their leadership skills or collaborative skills, critical thinking, creative thinking? So the teacher should include the 21st century skills that the students can develop during this project. So when a teacher asks these questions and prepares the project, it will be very effective and reach out the students and help in touching the or attaining the learning outcomes of the teacher of that particular topic or the chapter. So this we have seen. So one more example of project-based learning in grade 4. Students learn about health and nutrition by creating a new restaurant that offers healthy foods. So it's a big project given to a grade 4 students. Here first the students have to understand what are nutrients and what is the importance of balanced diet. So the teacher along with the students studies about the nutrients and the importance of a balanced diet. Okay. And then as the project is about creating a new restaurant, they have to pay a visit to a restaurant to understand the standards about the needs, okay, and other things. Then guest lecture by a dietitian. Here the teacher plans for a dietitian to come and address the students to make them understand more about what is what is a balanced diet and what are the nutrients, okay, how they can improve it, include it in their meals, and what are the important things they have to remember while planning a balanced diet according to age group of different people, so all that which could be guided by a dietitian. Then setting up a new restaurant. It is not like on a large scale, it is just like in the school or in their classroom, they can set up a small place, okay, and they can plan and offer the balanced food for the children. It can be like they can even allot one particular day of a week, like Friday, okay, where the students, all the students of the classroom, they'll be involved in bringing one particular food item, like, or even the fruits. They can categorize, like it can be allotted for like morning meal or for the break or for the lunch time. They can sell it to the students, and this will create a understanding and what to say, awareness about the importance of balanced diet, because nowadays students, they come to school without having their breakfast. Okay, that is very they will understand the importance of not just having the breakfast, but how important it is to include a balanced diet right in the morning breakfast, in their recess time, during the lunch break. So these three things, they can do it in the school itself. So this can be a good project that can be given to the students of grade 4. Next, another project-based learning for grade 8 students. Here in the history, the students read stories about the heroes of Indian mythology, and they compare the characteristics of an Indian hero to a modern day hero. They design a contemporary hero and write stories and becomes part of a collective book shared with an audience. So it's in history, this project can be given. So it is given for a grade 8 students, where they learn about the characters of heroes of Indian mythology. They compare it with the Indian heroes or superheroes, modern heroes, okay, and then with the real life, okay, contemporary real life heroes, they compare it and present it in front of the class. So this involves learning and studying more about the stories of the heroes of Indian mythology and the stories of the modern heroes, group discussion involving and understanding about that, and how and identifying the contemporary heroes and knowing about them and presenting in front of the class. So this is all about project-based learning. Any doubts related to these teachers? So moving forward, we will see the next type of or method, learning teaching method, inquiry-based learning. So what is inquiry-based learning? Okay, the terms that explains the word inquiry is to investigate, to know, to find out. Okay, so this inquiry-based learning, it triggers the curiosity among the students to know about the world, real world, to find out solutions for various problems, to arise to an answer for various questions that comes over their mind. Yeah. So inquiry, investigating, observing, analyzing, interpreting data, proposing explanations, predicting, concluding, communicating. Yeah. So inquiry-based learning can be teacher-initiated or student-initiated. In case the question that is aroused by the teacher, the curiosity is aroused by the teacher, she gives a question to the student, it is teacher initiated, and based on the concept, if the student's curiosity arises more questions related to the real world based on the concept, it is student initiated. So inquiry model teachers, inquiry-based learning, in case of teacher initiated, here the teacher, she selects the materials, activities, and dialogues, everything. In case of inquiry related to students initiated, the students, they come out with the questions, they come out with the activities and materials and the dialogues, everything. So it is completely handled by the students in case of students initiated. So in both the ways, in order to follow this method, the teacher has to open inquiry questions. So excuse me, as I is going on, I'll just pause for 2 minutes. Yeah. So the teacher has to start with open inquiry questions that triggers the curiosity among the students. She can start with open-ended questions and encourage curiosity. Some examples are like, how do our various body systems interact? This just makes the students think. The teacher has to do nothing but make the students think. Okay, so she has to pose questions which makes them think and try to come to an answer through different methods. So how do you know if a law is just? What kind of practice improves performance? Why do games have rules, etc.? So the questions that the teacher poses to the students, it should be related to the concept, okay, related to the curriculum and to their grade. specific. So this should be like the more the questions the teacher poses to the students, the more they start thinking critically, creatively, they come out with innovative ideas and answers. Okay, so this improves the skills like critical thinking, creative thinking, and also when they come out with their answers, the more they think, they also put try to put those ideas and thoughts, and they try to communicate with the students, with the peer members, with the class teachers in the class. So it also improves their communication skills. Each and every modern teaching method that we see, they help in instilling these teach 21st century skills in the students. Okay. So why inquiry-based learning? It is authentic, it is constructivist, that is the students try to learn from their real life examples, their experiences. It is social, apprenticeships and collaborative. So here apprenticeship in the sense in their classroom environment itself, the students, they get trained to improve certain skills in them. And through this method, they also get more much better, and they get much better understanding about the concept what they're learning in the class. It enhances critical thinking and problem solving skills. Student-centered approach where the students get involved in the learning, hands-on learning, transfer of learning from real life. It is also more fun. Yeah. So there are certain challenges like material shortage, limited times, classroom management, lack of enough scientific knowledge, differentiation and instruction. But when the teacher plans out how, like what kind of questions she is going to ask, what kind of answer she would receive from the students, how she can move in one direction, not deviating out of the topic. Okay, and when the planning is done effectively, even the implementation will go on effectively, and it will be easy for the teacher to handle the students and also maintain the classroom and implement the method effectively in the classroom. Yeah. So just like experiential learning, inquiry-based learning actively engages students in the learning process. Students aren't just hearing or writing what they're learning. Instead, they get the chance to explore a topic more deeply and learn from their own first-hand experiences. Yeah, we retain 75% of what we do compared to 5% what we hear and 10% what we read. So inquiry-based learning allows students to better understand and recall material by actively engaging with it and making with their own connections. So it is like, yeah. It is like if you tell me, I might forget. If you show me, I will remember. But if you involve me, I will understand. So here the student will be able to retain the knowledge, will be able to convert it into their memory and retain it for a longer period of time as they are involved in their learning process. Yeah. The benefits of inquiry-based learning. It enhances learning experiences for children. Sitting in a classroom taking notes, it's always not the most effective or fun way to learn. Rather than memorizing facts from the teacher, inquiry-based learning enhances the learning process by letting students explore topics by themselves. So teacher skills needed for all areas of learning. So as they explore a topic, okay, as they arouse the curiosity inside the children with more and more questions, the students explore a topic, that the students build critical thinking and communication skills. The cognitive skills involving their brain, their thinking, understanding, they try to analyze, they try to critically analyze, trying to find the solution. So the cognitive skills that students develop can be used to improve their comprehension, that is understanding in every subject, as well as in the day-to-day life. Fosters curiosity in the students. An inquiry-based learning approach lets students share their own ideas and questions about a topic. This helps foster more curiosity about the material and the teachers' skills students can use to continue exploring topics they are interested in. It fosters curiosity in the students. They don't just get satisfied with whatever the teacher has explained or taught in the class. When the curiosity arises, they go one step beyond that. They frame their own questions and they try to find the answers which help them deepen their knowledge of that concept. Yeah, deepen students' understanding of topics. Rather than simply memorizing the facts, students make their own connections about what they are learning. This allows them to gain a better understanding of a topic than they would get by just memorizing and recalling the facts. Allows students to take ownership of their learning. Allah upon us, ala sunnat nabina, let's raise our hands and make dua like the Prophet. Yeah, students have the Allah upon us, ala sunnat nabina, let's raise our hands and make dua like the Prophet. Yeah, excuse me. Yeah, increases engagement with the material. As a form of active learning, this approach encourages students to fully engage in the learning process. By allowing students to explore topics, make their own connections and ask questions, they are able to learn more effectively. So this is one of the active learning strategies which involves the students completely. So it is a form of active learning where the approach encourages the students to fully get engaged in the learning process. The students ask, explore the topic, they make connections, they frame their questions, they try to find the answers and solutions for their own questions. They are able to learn more effectively through this method. It also creates a love of learning because here it is not one-sided approach where the students answer the questions and the students just passively take the answers. Here, the students try to find their answers to their questions by themselves. Okay, they explore a lot of resources. They get the guidance of the teacher. Even in this case, the teacher acts as a facilitator, guides them to go forward with their inquiry and investigation to find the solution for their answers. Yes, so this is all about inquiry-based learning. I will share some examples of this after this. So next we'll move on to the personalized learning. Any idea what is personalized learning is? Yeah, so already we know that each and every student is different, special and unique. Okay, some students learn easily just by hearing. Some students learn by seeing and some learn only when they are involved, when they do things, okay, hands-on. So personalized learning based on the capabilities of the students, the teacher plans a method, or it can be involved to more than one or two methods can be involved, where the teacher focuses on one or a particular group of students, like 2 or 3 she puts together, which have similar characteristics of understanding. She designs the method according to their capabilities and their understanding level. So this, the teacher can include technology here. She can include project-based learning here. She can include activities. She can involve different active learning strategies, okay, like think, pair, share, peer learning, and other things, where the teaching becomes very, very effective, focusing on the student's individuality. Okay, that is personalized learning. So personalized learning is an educational approach that customizes the learning experience for each student's needs, interest, skills, and strengths. So the teacher customizes, selects the methods based on students' need, understanding, their level, their understanding, etc. It is also known as individualized instruction, direct instruction, or personal learning place. So this can be like a bit of challenging for the teacher, because she has to understand and design the methods based on each child's need, rather than just focusing on a complete classroom, which is more easier and time saving. It can include learning plans. Okay, each student receives a learning plan based on their knowledge and how they learn the best. Flexible learning. Here, the students have the freedom to choose when, where, what, and how they learn. It is flexible. Adaptive learning. Technology assigns resources to students based on their needs. Individualized learning, the pace, how fast or slow the teaching can happen, that is also adjusted to meet the needs of the student. Differentiated learning, the approach to learning is adjusted to meet the needs of each student. Okay, the approach, the method is adjusted according to the need of each student. Competency based, okay, according to the skills and abilities that the students have, competency skills they have, the teaching methods can be varied or adjusted according to their needs. Okay, so in order to implement this personalized learning in the classroom, the 5 tips a teacher should remember is, the teacher should first know about the student very well. So the first role is, or the first step is, to assess the students and begin to think about the ways to customize. So the teacher has to learn about the student, in what way the student will understand better, whether the student is an audio visual learner or a kinesthetic learner, understand them better, and the need of the student, then the teacher can customize the methods or methodologies. Prepare to make your classroom more flexible. So in order to implement this personalized teaching, the teacher cannot implement it in a traditional classroom environment. She has to be flexible with the classroom, like she can group some students, okay, along with some peers who can teach the other students better, or she can group the students who need a particular method and put them together, and she can allot another kind of activity or project that one group can do while she is concentrating on a particular group of students with this personalized teaching method. Next, let students make choices and be a part of the creation of their own learning plan. So as we are doing everything based on the need of the child, okay, so let the teacher be more flexible to the need of the students. The students can select their own method, like they can say, like the teacher, we can understand it better if you show us a video. We can understand it better if we do it together with you. So let the students make the choice of how they want to learn, because after all, the students' understanding is more important for us. So learn from others. Okay, it can be like that students they are more comfortable to learn from their peers rather from the teachers. Learn with their fellow students. So this is what is peer learning comes in this personalized teaching. Use the technology you already have and implement new educational technological tools. So here technology also plays a very important role, because technology is something which helps the audio visual learners together. Okay, so they see, they hear, okay, they understand it better. So technology can be brought in here to make it more effective for the students. Okay. So next, as we are coming to the next topic, we have peer learning. So peer learning is one of the most effective teaching method we can say, which is a modern teaching method, where here the traditional method of teaching, where the teacher alone teaches and all the rest of the students passively understand, doesn't happen. Involves the students here. Okay, so in a classroom, we have all type of learners who understand some concept very easily, very quickly. Some students who take more time. The pace of learning is different in each student. And some students who are very they don't come out. They have a lot of questions inside them, but they are not comfortable to openly ask it to the teachers. But when it comes to their colleagues, their students, their friends, they are more open. Okay, once the teacher goes out, the teacher might ask any doubts, do you have any questions or queries? They will not come out. But once the teacher moves out of the class, they ask their friends, what was this? I didn't understand. What did the teacher tell? The same thing, the child will repeat what the teacher told and the student will understand better. Because the communication that they have is, the teacher may not to their level when they are talking, but the students, their level is same. They talk to each other in a way that they understand each other better. So this peer learning can be implemented to help the to understand concepts in a very effective manner. But here the teacher has to be a good facilitator and guide while implementing. Before that, she has to state the ground rules of the class, like what are the rules to be followed. Together, she can have a quiz or something where the students will be put together. They will teach each other and they can have a fun game of quiz or something to show how much they have understood from learning from each other. So peer learning, also known as peer-to-peer learning, is a collaborative learning. Collaborative as it is done in a group. Okay, at least 1 to 2 students, or 1, 2, 3, 4 or many. Where students work together to learn and teach each other. It can take place in a variety of settings, such as one-to-one tutoring. As I told, one child teaches the other. Classroom groups, 2 or 3 groups together, where each child gets a chance or takes turn to learn the topic individually for a one sentence or two and explain it to the rest of the students in the group. So a big paragraph can be divided for the students, where each child will explain one. So here each and every child is involved, each child teaches the other child. Writing workshops, semester-long project teams, students-led workshops, and study groups. This is on a large basis where the students, they work together, not for a short period of time inside the classroom, that 1 hour. They work together as a project. They work for an activity or something where each and every student is involved. Okay, they are very comfortable with each other. They put their own ideas and thoughts, where each and every child involves in the project activity, and they display it in front of the class. So this method is a very effective method where we can pull out students who are very calm and don't come out easily. But when they are put in groups, they try to speak out. So this can enhance the communication skills of the students, and it can also enhance the leadership skills of the students when each and every child gets involved individually. So even this child who doesn't come forward at all can be pulled out easily through and effectively through this method. So what this peer learning can help the students? It can develop communication and collaborative skills. It can help them gain confidence. So students don't come out. If you ask them to stand and speak from their place also, a child who is very talkative, who can talk nicely, even if the child talk to a teacher when the teacher is speaking or to the child alone, but they will have fear to speak in front of a whole group. So they can it can help them remove this fear and gain more confidence in the class. Take control of their own learning, solidify their knowledge, that is enhance their knowledge, and better understand concepts by teaching them to others. Okay, so this can be in involved in all subjects, especially in maths or language, or social or science, where the students can teach the concepts to the children. They can experiment together some scientific concepts and max problems. They can put together one child who finds one concept difficult, one sum difficult to work out. They will sit together and work out together, and this will help the children to understand the concept and understand it. Yeah, I would like to show a video related to this type of learning. So this is one example of peer learning. This is one-to-one learning that I had showed, where one child teaches the other, okay, to understand a problem, how to work out the problem, like that. So it can be like one-to-one peer learning or in a group. In a group, it can be like everyone will be given a chance to understand a topic and teach the other group. So any doubts or anything? So we have done today project-based learning, peer learning, personalized learning, and inquiry-based learning. So I would request all the participants here, the teachers, to just identify one topic that you're doing, you're teaching to the students, and try to fit any one of these methods, and try to come out with one project or an inquiry-based questions, a list of questions that can start with the inquiry, the curiosity in the students, and one example like peer learning, and for personalized learning. So any one method that you can use for your topic, or if you want 2 or 3 topics also, you can share your examples relevant to your grade and your subject specific.
They can also write a lesson plan, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
They may write a lesson plan on one of these topics.
Yeah, like how you will be implementing it, how you will start. For example, if you take the project learning, you can write a short lesson plan, like what topic and how did you start with it, and how you're going to carry forward, how you're going to facilitate the student project, and what all activities you're going to involve in throughout this project based, and in what way you want the students to present it finally in front of the class. So a short lesson plan from and if you take inquiry based learning, what concept and what open-ended questions you're going to ask, and how you will arouse the students to come out to increase their curiosity and come out with their questions, and how you're going to make them display their findings in the class. And if it is peer learning, you can design an activity for peer learning based on the concept or the subject that you're taking. And even personalized learning, also like based on the student, you can identify the needs of students, and based on their needs, what kind of teaching methods, one or two, you're going to add for any particular topic you can write and come. So before we begin the next topics, we would like to you people to share your ideas and your experiences.
In chat, you can give your questions. Any clarification in chat, they can.
Yeah, there is one question
You see
asked.
the chat.
Type of students want to make group and toppers of one group. So when you take like pure one-to-one pure learning, it can be you can select one student who is very good and at a particular topic or a subject, which can help a student who is understanding or has not, or will be more comfortable with learning with the peer. So in case of one-to-one teaching, you can group like that, like a talk and a mixed flow learner like that. In case of group teaching, it can be a mix of everything, everyone. So each and everyone should see each other, like how they are reading it, how they are explaining it. So by seeing each other, they will also come out and try to explain. So we are just trying to pull out the students also through this method to gain more confidence, to get off from their fear. And so another question, like how will the teacher manage project-based learning classroom where students are working on different projects? So this case, the teacher need not use all the periods like for making the students do the project. So she can allot a particular even to the student. She can, we have already seen about flex time, the importance of flex time and how it can be implemented. So she can allot a flex time. A flex time is a time that is allotted after the that particular subject hour, or during the or after the school gets over. Maybe if it is 3 to 3:30, the teacher can ask the students to come out with their findings so that she can guide the students and help them move forward in the right direction with the project solution. Okay, so it is not practically possible. She cannot allot every period in the class every day based on the project. She has to move forward with other concepts and other things too. So if it is like 1 week or 1 month allotted for a project, she can say like once in a week on Friday, or you can come and meet me at this time and tell me what are your findings, and you can give the suggestions and to improvement of the project. And one particular day can be allotted for presenting their findings. So in this way, it will be effective and not interfere with completing the portions or syllabus also.
Yeah, you can wind up now. Thank you very much, Shabina.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, teachers. Jazakallah for listening. It's in the next class. Thank you all.
Then tomorrow 6:30 we will meet. nearly 300 will be allowed. After that, they can go for YouTube. YouTube it is freely available. There they can listen. So with this we are concluding this program.